Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So my name is Paulo and today we're going to be talking about the top 6 CRM solutions that you should be considering looking at 2021 and beyond. Okay, so before we jump into that also, and during this same episode, we're going to be covering then the basics. So looking at what is CRM about, what is it that you should be using CRM for, what are the problems that CRM can actually help you solve. So in a nutshell, why is it that CRM is important and why should you actually care? What's in for you, okay, essentially. Okay, and then to close, we're going to be also covering the top 6 CRM solutions, looking at the different types, let's say, of market, meaning small, mid-size, or big business, okay, aka enterprise. Okay, that and much more on this video. Okay, so stick around. Okay, let's go into this. So before we actually go deeper into the CRM world and into the top 6, it's important for us actually to have the same understanding of CRM. With that said, I'm looking to give you then a bit of a definition, what is CRM about, so that you have a better understanding. Okay, so CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management. Okay, but even with that, it's not specific enough, so meaning it's quite generalistic. So what is it that you can actually do with CRM? Okay, so essentially most of us already were in any given time, way or shape in contact with CRM. Okay, some of us already use and abuse our email or even the Excel actually to hold the customer data. Okay, so like for instance, the name of the customer, phone, email, directions, etc. Okay, so that is a kind of a primitive kind of CRM. Okay, but that's the baseline for the understanding. Okay, from that you can actually evolve to a platform where you can actually hold all the customer data. Okay, and in connection to this, you can hold then the customer engagement, the interactions with the customer. You can do lead management, lead generation. You can do pipeline management, actually analyzing your sales cycle, and you can actually have the baseline for your marketing campaigns as well. Okay, so in connection to this, it's also important for you to understand that with CRM, you can actually extract value. So you have the data there, all of the interactions, and you can extract value, analyze that same data, build analytics on top. Essentially is the backbone of your business. Okay, so it's the fundamental piece of your business to optimize the business, to make it grow, to make it smarter. Okay, in a nutshell, is essentially where the customer actually resides and is the baseline for your revenue operations. So essentially combining marketing, sales, and service. Okay, so this is a clear, hopefully, and straight to the point definition of what is CRM about. Okay, so stick around for the next one. Okay, let's move forward. So why should you actually be using CRM? Okay, so one of the great advantages of CRM is the organization of the data. Why? Because you're going to have your leads, your contact, your account data, everything in one single place, and therefore much more actionable. Okay. The other point that is also important to make mention or reference is the fact that you're going to be able to automate your business processes. Okay, so because what you don't want to have is like the sales guys or even the marketing guys, everyone is working in a different way, shape, or form. Therefore, it's going to be much more difficult for you to compare results, for you actually to be able to optimize, and therefore doing more with less. Okay, so that is also important to make a reference of. Aside from that, also what is important for you to consider is also that the CRM is then the platform for your revenue operations. So the connection between the marketing side, the sales side, and the service side. Okay, by optimizing that and taking into consideration that CRM is the home of the customer, you're going to be able to actually to foster the growth of your business. Also, the other point that you should be looking at and consider to use CRM for is actually to improve on your customer relationship per se, okay? That in relation to your internal stakeholders, internal customers, but also your external customers, okay? The other point that is also important to make reference of is around the communication side of things, okay? Because with CRM, it's possible for you to optimize your notifications, automate your notifications, everything around the email part, SMS, etc. So that is also one of the things that you should be looking and taking into consideration. CTI, etc. All of that communication side of things, it's also one of the big parts of the CRM. The other things that you should be looking at and considering while thinking on CRM is around the analysis that you can actually take out of the CRM, okay? The analytics that you can actually build, okay? So aside from the normal analytics, let's say the more descriptive analytics, you can actually look more towards the future and taking a look into how is it that you can actually build predictive modeling out of this. I can actually look into lead scoring, predictive pipeline, etc. Everything that will allow for you to have more success. Then other point that is actually basic, I would say fundamentally important, let's say for your business, is for you to understand where do you stand, okay? And here CRM actually plays a crucial role in the sense that will allow you for you to have a clear view of your business in terms of the sales goals, okay? Where do you stand, the actual versus the target, but also the same with regards to the marketing side, okay? So it will allow for you to understand, okay, where do you stand in terms of marketing, what is the impact and what is the contribution of marketing to the pipeline. It will also allow for you then to integrate the CRM with the marketing automation and therefore giving more power to your marketing side, to your sales side, but at the end to your business side, okay? So those are some of the reasons why you should be actually considering on using CRM, okay? If that is not enough, so stick around if you want to know more. Okay, moving forward then, what are then the problems that CRM can actually help to solve? Okay, starting from one of the basic ones for me, it's when you feel completely overwhelmed with information, you actually don't know where to start. You have meetings that you cannot follow up, you have leads that you cannot follow up, deals that you cannot properly close, or for instance, in more extreme examples, your sales guys are actually leaving your company, okay, but with that, they are also taking the leads with them, okay? If that would be within the CRM, you're not going to be running that kind of risk. Aside from that, also a few other problems that actually the CRM can actually help to solve. You don't know where do you stand in terms of business, if you are growing or if you are actually losing. Also, the sales don't know where do they stand in terms of actual versus target. Your marketing efforts are generating or not business, you don't know, okay? So you don't have a clue where is it that you're actually spending your money, your effort, okay? Also, another example is, for instance, having sales and marketing with completely different processes between themselves, but also together and not aligned whatsoever. Also, the other problem that CRM could actually help solve is the lack of a 360-degree view of the customer, all of the interactions that the customer potentially has with your business, okay? So those are some of the problems, let's say, that CRM can actually help to solve. Aside from that, one important note is it's okay that you have the platform, and the platform in itself, it will allow for to solve loads of those problems. But aside from that, you need to take care or take into consideration that you need to address adoption, okay, of the platform, the training, correct business understanding, understanding of the technology and what is it that you can or do or not with the technology, okay? Also, the other point that you can actually use CRM to solve, okay, I just remember right now. So for instance, you want to extract value out of the platform in terms of analysis, understanding. You want to build predictive analytics. You want to understand, for instance, where do you stand in terms of the complete sales cycle. It will be faster and easier with the CRM. You want to understand, for instance, the lead to cash. Okay, what are the leads that normally create more business for you? Okay, that is possible due to the integration of the CRM with the finance solutions, okay, as the ERP and things like that. Okay, so those are some of the examples of what is it that CRM can actually help to solve. Okay, to close, we're going to be talking then about the top 6 CRM solutions. So stick around, don't go anywhere. Okay, let's then talk about the top 6 CRM solutions for 2021 and beyond. Okay, before we go into that, what is fundamental for you also to understand is that the CRM solutions, and when you are thinking on actually choosing one, there are a few golden rules that you need to take into consideration. Okay, so it needs to be fit for business. Okay, it needs to scale, meaning whenever your business grows, the CRM solution needs to be able to follow up and grow with it. Also, it needs to be sustainable. I would not consider low maintenance, but it needs to be something that you can maintain, okay, and it's possible for you to keep going. At the end, it needs to be a platform that enables your business to grow. Okay, it's an enablement platform. Okay, it's part of your toolbox for success. Okay, so taking that into consideration, what are then my top 6? Okay, to start from, we have zillions of solutions out there, as I mentioned before, but these are my top 6. Okay, CRM solutions. To start from, you have Pipedrive, you have Zoho, you have Oracle CRM, you have Microsoft Dynamics CRM, you have Salesforce, of course, the player, okay, needed to be here, of course. But then last but not least, you have pegasystems, okay. This is a solution that is being growing more and more in terms of the market. And I'll go a bit more into detail on the next episode. So to close, don't go anywhere. We have the bonus track. Okay, to close then we have the bonus track. So on the next episode, we're going to go deeper in terms of the top 6 CRM solutions that we addressed today. Okay, I'll give you all the features, plus we're going to give you also concrete example, hands-on examples of the same. Aside from that, I'm also going to give you my advice in terms of the market fit, meaning not all CRM solutions are a good fit for the small, mid-size, or even enterprise, the big business. Okay, so I'm going to give you that as well. So I'll give you my advice on which are the ones that are actually a better fit for the different type of markets. Okay, with that said, I'm wrapping this up today. So join me on this journey, subscribe, hit the notification bell, plus smash the like button. Okay, that's it, guys. Take care. Cheers. Peace.